The Great Gatsby. Nick Carraway moves to New York and rents a house beside the mansion of a rich man called J. Gatsby. One day he goes off to meet his cousin Daisy and her husband Tom. Through his conversation with Daisy, he finds out that she is not happy in her marriage. He also meets a famous golfer called Jordan Baker. She is the one who tells Nick about Tom's relationship with a woman called Myrtle, who is already married to a man called Wilson. After a while, he gets invited to one of Gatsby's lavish parties. Again, through Jordan, he learns that Gatsby is immensely in love with Daisy. Gatsby knew Daisy from a time when she was still not married to Tom. They loved each other a lot back then, but Gatsby goes off to war and doesn't return for a long while, and Daisy assumes that he is dead and marries Tom. Gatsby uses Nick to get closer to Daisy again. Tom gets skeptical as to why Daisy is spending more time with J. Gatsby. Tom tries to tell Daisy about the crimes that Gatsby committed, like bootlegging alcohol, etc. They exchange cars, and while driving back, Daisy accidentally hits Myrtle, Tom's mistress, and Gatsby takes the blame for her. Next day, Wilson comes to Gatsby's house and kills him, as Tom tells him that Gatsby was Myrtle's actual lover. Nobody except Nick attends Gatsby's funeral, including those innumerable people who enjoyed Gatsby's lavish parties. Not even Daisy sends a flower to pay her last respect to the man she loved. This book is really famous for the symbols and themes included in it. Although at first it may seem like a simple one, after reading, if we think over it again and again, we can feel all the gravity at once. Love is one of the main important themes of this book. Gatsby truly loves Daisy as he takes the blame for her. This is an indicative of true love, but his love for Daisy is also obsessive and compulsive. Despite having everything a person could have, he still stretches his hand towards the green light present at Daisy's house. He feels that no one's love except Daisy's is voracious. But Myrtle associates love with wealth. She feels love in prosperity and with prosperous people, while Nick links love with curiosity. That's the apparent reason why he dates Jordan, but later tells that he wasn't truly in love but was tenderly curious. Carelessness is another important theme of this book. Many characters of this book are careless. Daisy is careless of her husband, daughter. She is so unethical that she forgets that she has a daughter to care about and starts having an affair with Gatsby. She doesn't start loving Gatsby again just because she is upset with Tom, but because she feels that there's more to life that she has not seen. Gatsby is so indifferent towards all the hard work he has done. He is so powerful and he has the capacity of having anything he wants. But he still wants Daisy and Daisy gets him killed. Tom is careless about Daisy and more precisely he is disloyal. We cannot call him completely careless because he does break Myrtle's nose when she complains about Daisy and Leslie. Money represents happiness and a bright future with Daisy for Gatsby. His want for Daisy was inhibited by the luxuries she had. The fear that he could never provide her with what she had scares him and makes him earn a lot of money. For Daisy, it represents the security that only Tom's money can give her. For the people living in the Valley of Ashes, it gives them a taste of life that they could never have. West Egg is the place where Nick and Gatsby live, and East Egg is the place where Daisy and Tom live. Those living in West Egg are those with emerging new wealth, and these are the people who have worked their way up. But the residents of East Egg have inherited everything. They have never known what hard work is. But they are well-mannered, aristocratic, and noble, but the people of West Egg are tender, warm-hearted, as well as vulgar. Valley of Ashes is the deserted area created by the disposal of industrial wastes. It represents those who have been left out, those who are the victims of relentless pursuit of wealth by the upper class. It depicts the plight of lower class as they get subjected to worthless treatment by the upper class. The green light at Daisy's house represents general human desire for something more than what they already have. Gatsby has everything, and God has endowed him with all that he could ever imagine for, but he still associates happiness with Daisy. American Dream is the central theme of this book. American Dream is the belief that anyone, regardless of where they are born or what class they are from, can attain success through hard work, sacrifice, and risk-taking rather than chance. Gatsby is the true representation of American dream. He is born to terribly unsuccessful parents who are farmers. Gatsby never accepts his fate. Gatsby reinvents himself. A source states that he is a masterful illusion, and Gatsby has extraordinary ability to transform his hopes and desires into reality. That's the reason why he is known as great. Nevertheless, Daisy destroys everything. Flower Daisy represents purity, innocence, delicacy, but in reality, it is a flower that takes up the nutrition of other plants. A source stated that Daisy is like a siren. In Greek mythology, it is a creature who lured sailors to destruction by the sweetness of her song. Gatsby's American dream is also corrupt because he uses illicit means to earn wealth. One more important shortcoming of Gatsby is his desire to repeat the past. Daisy's daughter is the symbol of the past that can never be repeated, symbol of the time that has passed away. Myrtle is a small shrub which is common and earthly. Myrtle in this story is also a common downtrodden woman who desires to earn wealth in an illicit way by becoming a man's mistress, and her life ends in a very tragic way. We can not totally blame her because she is also caught in a marriage with a destitute and desolate man. Last symbol I want to talk about is the eyes of Dr. T.J. Eckelberg. These are the eyes gazing the valley of ashes, noticing the iniquity of roaring twenties. It is associated with the eyes of the god. A source states that the faded appearance of this poster suggests that people have abandoned their spirituality. F. Scott Fitzgerald's other writings include Tender is the Night, which he probably wrote when his wife Zelda was institutionalized for schizophrenia. He spent all his life thinking that he is unsuccessful, but this book is considered to be the greatest work of literature.